Welcome back. Got a real treat for you today. We're on today one of Ransomes' most popular hand mowers. We've got the Ransomes AJax. Now today we're on the Ransomes AJax Mark IV. Ransomes, the AJax, they were first introduced in the early 30s, and then the last ones, Mark V's, were produced in the early 70s, so they've had a good reign. Very, very good push mower. Now today, as I said, we've got a Mark IV. So this one's unrestored, but don't let that put you off. These are very, very good mowers. So what we're going to do, we're going to just talk through the mower itself. So let's have a look. So the Ransomes AJax, it's a 12-inch cut. It's got a split roller. Differential, nice and easy to turn. Like so. And the cutting cylinder, 6-bladed. But don't be fooled with Ransomes. It's only a very, very thin looking cylinder and almost a little bit weedy. But Ransomes make, without a doubt, one of the finest cutting cylinders. That cylinder is just the right temper, and if it's set, Ransomes AJaxes and Ransomes, as a rule, as long as they're touching the bottom blade, this will cut. If you want it spot on, then take it to your local shop and get it sharpened. But you don't always need to with these. They're such a good cylinder that just by setting them to cut and touching the bottom blade, you'll get a good cut. And the nice thing is with the AJax, it's very, very easy. You've got 2 lots of adjustment. You've got the front roller, which is the height of cut, which is on these brackets. And by loosening the bolts there, you can lower or higher the roller. So depending on how high your grass is, how low you want to cut, you adjust the brackets on there. And then the important one, which is the on cut, which are these 2 adjusters there. Now they're very, very easy to do, so I'm going to just tip it back. I'm going to get a spanner and show you. And what we'll do, let's lift it up and then you can have a look. I'm going to get my camera lady to have a look. So as you can see with a cylinder mower, the way it works, it traps the grass between the cylinder and the bottom blade. Now as you use them, you get a little bit of wear on the bottom blade and you end up with a gap. But all the time you can keep this touching, and you can feel it is, you must be able to turn it, then it's going to cut grass. It's as simple as that. And with the AJax, I'm going to put it down again. Here we go. So to set it, you've got a lock nut, which is there. So you loosen the lock nut and then you just tighten the adjuster down, and it's only a whisker. And then obviously tighten your lock nut evenly both sides. And if you can turn it and you can feel it's touching, this is going to cut grass. It's as simple as that. So what we're going to do, the grass here is a little bit long. It's not really, it's really rotary mower territory or side wheel mower, but we're going to have a little demo. We're going to put the box on and I'm going to show you just how good a Ransomes AJax is. I'm going to pop the box on. Right, so I'm going to do a few lines. There we go, look at that. Go back up again. Go over. Well, what a lovely sound. I would say it's a pleasure. And when you pull back, listen to that roller. lovely. What a lovely sound. Use it on a Sunday. Don't upset the neighbours. No noise. Isn't it lovely? So here we are. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit more about the AJax. Now, luckily with the AJax, there's a lot of them around. Top quality mower, as I said, they're always about. eBay, Gumtree, you will see quite a lot. And because they made them for such a long time, there's a lot of them around. As I say, this is a Mark IV, not one of the latest ones, but a fairly late one. Few little things to look out for on them when you're buying one. Check the rollers are in good condition. This one, if we turn it, one of the rollers, I think there we go, there's a bit of damage on there. It's quite unusual to see that, but do check, because these are cast iron, and that could be quite expensive to repair that. But most of the time these are okay, and you can see they turn nicely, like they do. The cylinder's got plenty of meat on it. There's plenty there between what they call a spider and the end. So there's plenty of life left in this cylinder. The rollers I wouldn't worry too much. These need replacing, but anybody with a lathe, or if you know somebody, you could very easily turn a nice new set up. Last thing I would say to just have a look, just make sure it hasn't done an awful lot of work. So we're just going to take the thrower plate out. And what I would do is we're going to turn it over, and then you can get an idea by looking at the bottom of it. This one's done a fair bit of work, because you can see it's worn there. The other thing that I would suggest you just check if you can is these are gear driven. They're like I said, they're beautifully made, but the gear on the cutting cylinder is a very small gear, fast moving gear, and they do wear. So it's worth just checking that, because if it is worn, you are looking out for a second-hand one, because sadly you won't get a new one. So let's have a look in here. I've not looked in this one before, so this is all new. So let's pop that up. There we go. How about that? Look at those beautiful gears. So the roller one there rarely wears. The intermediate one rarely wears. And the one that does tend to, we're going to try and get a good shot on that. There we are. And that looks in good nick to me. When they're worn, they're very spiky. But you can see that one's got plenty of life in it. So even though this one's got a bit of roller damage, there's a bit of wear on the cover here. That could be repaired. This is still a very, very serviceable mower. So we'll just pop those back on. Now I think, you know, when you look at all types of old mowers, vintage mowers, one of the other nice things about the AJax, they're not too heavy. A lot of the early stuff, even though they're very nicely made, they are very heavy. The AJax is very, very manageable. It's alloy, so you obviously do have a cast iron roller, as I've said, but the body is aluminium or alloy. So it's actually quite light. There's plenty of them around, so you shouldn't have any trouble getting one. And if you like the green side of things, no petrol, no oil, no electric, use it on a Sunday. Doesn't come better than that, does it? We're going to have one more go with it and then show you. So down we go again. That's it. This fella there is the thrower plate. You don't have to use it with that. If you are cutting really regularly, you can use it without the thrower plate, and it will just recycle it back into the grass. So we're going to put the thrower plate back on and the box. Put that in properly. There we are, box on. I think I better empty that. And of course, obviously I didn't say, adjustable handles. So you can adjust those to a perfect working condition. Here we go again. There we go. Camera lady, come and have a look at the stripes. They're looking good. Well, there you are. I hope you enjoyed the video. A cracking mower if you're thinking of getting a hand mower, a roller mower. You want stripes, you want quality, you won't get better than an AJax. Hope you enjoyed the video. Next week we're going to have, hopefully, a little progress on the camera lady's greens Multum in Parvo. We've got it soaking at the moment. Hopefully we can get it apart. Hopefully we'll have an update for next week. Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.